He saw the look of alarm in her face and hastened to reassure her. "I shall only say it to them. That doesn't mean you'll have to testify, but they won't know that." Naomi lifted her head and looked Nash in the eye. She shuddered. "If it came to it, even though I wouldn't relish the prospect, I'd be prepared to give evidence, as long as it meant that Dean didn't suffer a miscarriage of justice. He has suffered enough already, and what I put him through certainly didn't help." Nash looked at her inquiringly, but Naomi refused to elaborate, merely asking, "Can I tell Dean that the charges are going to be dropped?" Nash smiled. "I think it will be in order for you to say that." Sergeant Jack Binns was more than a little surprised when Nash, after watching Naomi McCauley walk out of the station, instructed him to contact the Crown Prosecution Service and asked them to cancel the court appearance. "Is there a problem?" Binns asked. "She's not some fancy solicitor he's hired, surely?" "No, she can't be." He realized his error. "She's far too young." It seems that Clara's opinion of both the victim and the eyewitness was correct. She said she trusted Dean Wilson far more than those two. They also have selective memories. They conveniently forgot to mention that the guy with the mutilated member and his cronies were attempting to rape that young woman when Wilson intervened. "I suppose that's the sort of thing that can easily slip your mind when you're worried about your mangled manhood," Binns agreed. "Possibly so, and I think that it's our duty to remind them, don't you? I'll get Clara on it when she comes in on Monday. I'm sure she'll get the bit between her teeth, if you'll pardon the expression," Binns said, straight-faced. His expression changed suddenly. "Of course! That's who she is." He saw Nash's puzzled expression. "The girl who's just left. Haven't you made the connection? His name's Wilson, hers is McCauley. I'm surprised she didn't stab Wilson." "I don't get you. I know her name and address, that's all." "Why? Should I know more?" "Didn't her name ring a bell? Didn't you realize the significance? For her to give evidence on behalf of someone called Wilson is remarkable, to put it mildly." "Sorry, Jack. You've lost me completely." "I forgot you weren't dealing with Bishop Tenarian then, but surely you remember the scandal. Unless I'm mistaken, that girl is one of the McCauley family, principal shareholders in Wilson McCauley Industries. They were the biggest losers when Bishopton Investment Group went bust. In fact, now that I think about it, young Naomi looks a lot like another one of the family I knew slightly years back. She'd be Naomi's aunt, I guess. She went to live in America." "Of course. And the woman who legged it with the loot was called Linda Wilson, wasn't she?" "Yes, and I'll bet all your money Dean Wilson is her brother."